I agree there should be some sort of barrier of entry for people that are trying to give advice on social media, no matter what it is. And probably one of the biggest issues we have in the world at the moment is people are unhappy and they're unfit. In 20 or 50 years, there will just be a pill that we can take and that will be all the nutrition and food that we need for the day. It'll be a pill and it's done. Our bodies aren't designed to live like that. We haven't lived like that for centuries. I would never take that pill. Even if it has all the scientist backing that it's all you need to take, I wouldn't take it because I would rather eat and train and do everything as human beings should. Most people in the fitness industry on social media are taking steroids. It's a compare and contrast, and I wouldn't do it because
in this world of social media influencing and whatnot, and in the financial services sector, you have, finfluencers and you have a lot of banning around that as well. In the fitness side of things, really these days, anybody can get up with a video camera, a microphone and start giving out fitness advice, health advice, nutrition advice, and people follow that. Do you not think that there should be some degree of, protection or an authorization or something like that accredits a person to be in a position where they can actually give advice? Because, okay, you're somebody who has you apply what you say, you've accomplished something through that, and you have credibility. You train athletes and whatnot. But then there are
I've got the degrees and
exactly.
there
are so many other people out there who don't have any of this type of stuff, and they go out there and say, look, you know what? Well, he can do it, I can do it. Let me get up there and talk about, okay, well, you should squat like this and you should lift like this, and they can actually genuinely damage somebody's body. Where's the balance in that? How do we control some of this stuff?
That's the question. It's like, how do you control it? I agree there should be some sort of barrier of entry for people that are trying to give advice on social media, no matter what it is. If it's financial advice, if it's, I think there is financial, like there has to be a barrier for financial advice. It's like, well, why isn't there the same thing for fitness? But I do think at the same time, like generally speaking, if they are giving fitness advice and they are fit, what is the problem of them giving that advice? Because if you live and breathe what you say and you are fit, and probably one of the biggest issues we have in the world at the moment is people are unhappy and they're unfit. Is there a link between those two? I would say.
Yeah.
So if someone is fit and they do have advice to give, why shouldn't they give it? I don't know.
Fair enough.
I believe that there should be accreditations linked to it, but then how do you control that?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It'd be impossible to, and that kind of ruins the freedom of speech that you have on social media. And the freedom of speech on social media is difficult, and it is a hard thing because people can just tell someone to kill themselves or something. It's like it's full on, and it can be used for good or bad. But I've had people sending me death threats before on social media. That's more of an issue than people giving unsolicited fitness advice.
Death threats to a PT. What are you saying wrong?
What you do, man?
I don't know. But like people get real pissed off, man. They get really angry. But like, in terms of the issues, like that should be prioritized as a worse issue. That than someone giving fitness advice that is fit. If someone's unfit giving fitness advice, then I agree. You should take away their account and ban them because they shouldn't be giving it.
On TikTok, especially, there's a lot of people that contradict each other.
Yes.
Like gym advice. Like
Agreed.
someone will be like, hey, do the movement like this, and the other guy will like repost it and be like, no, do it like this. And another guy reposts it, it's like doing something else. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, what do I do? At that point, I'd rather just sit and just do nothing. I'm so confused.
Right. Well, that's the issue of social media. Is it's and everything at the moment, I believe on social media and I listen to a lot of podcasts, and then you have one person one week saying calories doesn't matter, and then you have the next one saying you got to count your calories, and then one person says the grapes give you cancer, and then someone says if you eat 5 eggs a day, then you're gonna have freaking
become a chicken.
Constipation. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Comedy out of it
That's the thing. It says too much nitty gritty. It's like it's pretty simple, right? Like fitness is simple. You go to the gym once a day. You do cardio once or twice a week, 3 times a week. You sleep your 8 hours. Eat protein. It's really not that hard. Drink water. Is it that hard? Eat unprocessed food. Like that's like 5 things I think that like you need to do. And like
it is hard because there's a lot of fat people around now. A lot of lazy people around.
That's the issue though, lazy.
Yeah.
The issue isn't information, because we have the most amount of accessibility to information ever. You could Google how to be fit. It's there.
Yep.
The framework is there. I have programs that the framework is there. You just buy them and you follow them.
You can get ChatGPT to write you a program.
AI could write you anything. But the issue is that people are too lazy to do it. They're too lazy. They're undisciplined and they're lazy.
Oh, I want to get your take on Ozempic.
Yes.
That's flying these days.
It is, isn't it?
What's Ozempic?
Ozempic
He
is
knows what it is.
Ozempic is a drug, a fat loss drug at the moment that
Alright,
people are
tell me
taking.
more.
And it is flying off the
it's
shelves.
flying.
All right, I like
It's
this.
flying.
Tell me,
Yes.
hit me. What is it?
The issue is with Ozempic, and I was having this conversation with someone the other day. I was like, in 20 or 50 years, there will just be a pill that we can take, and that will be all the nutrition and food that we need for the day. It'll be a pill, and it's done. Our bodies aren't designed to live like that. We haven't lived like that for centuries. Why? What should be the change to that? Like, I would never take that pill, and even if it has all the scientist backing that it's all you need to take, I wouldn't take it because I would rather eat and train and do everything as human beings should. And the same with the Ozempic drug. I just think it's fake, like there's evidence that you can lose weight, gain muscle and be fit without it. It's just people are lazy, like we said before, and they're looking for shortcuts. That's the thing with Ozempic.
Because now you're getting all these celebrities who are onto it, and everybody's vouching for this thing, and even a lot of medical, thought leaders and whatnot getting behind it as well, saying, look, it actually works. Because it's normally a drug used for people who have diabetes and things. And apparently, if you switch a few little bits and pieces of it, you can actually have the opposite effect, and you can lose weight off it. And you just every day take like an insulin shot.
Now,
Ozempic.
the issue is sustainability.
Yeah.
You get it off, but you're living in this fantasy world where everything's working, and then you go back to your bad habits because you haven't actually trained yourself to be disciplined with your food, with your training, with anything.
Yeah.
That you have no idea how to actually be fit and healthy, and then you keep taking the Ozempic and you keep taking it, and then you end up with no body fat. You know what happens when you got no body? What do you need body fat around? Your heart, your brain. It's not going to be good for you.
I was gonna say, like, going to the gym, exercising it's not mainly about putting muscle as well. Like, you're there to get the heart going, so you live a longer life.
But it helps your mind as well.
Yeah, like
right?
there's
Mind,
a
big
lot.
one
You feel
for me.
much better.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mentally feel much
It's
better.
a lot more than just losing weight.
But these days, it's all a lot of it, the big focus is cosmetic, right? A lot of people lose the weight because they want to look better.
Yeah,
They want to be
yeah.
able to be more catchy, more whatever it is. And that's just how the world's become these days. So
Vanity. It's vanity, but I think that's also, primarily because of social media as well. People are comparing themselves to people that, in the fitness industry, I'm like not the fittest looking. I look fit, but compared to some people, but
You look fit.
yeah,
I
look
saw
fit.
you,
But
you
then,
look like-
but then there's
chiseled.
people.
you look chiseled, man.
I'm fit,
Like a
but I'm
Roman
not like
god or something.
I'm not like there's people out there. I'm not like C-bum, right? There's people that are. I'm not saying C-bum does, but like there's most people in the fitness industry on social media are taking steroids.
Yeah.
Like it's a compare and contrast, and I wouldn't do it because, well, if I did it, you'd know, because I'm pretty like lean naturally. But you just, I don't know. It's a hard thing because you're like, if I want to be successful in this, fitness industry, then I have to look this way, and it's a really hard thing. But that's the thing in social media.